Folks, welcome to Comedy Street. I'm your host, Leland Klassen, and we've got a great show for you tonight. We've got a fellow by the name of Dean Jenkinson coming. Give him a round of applause. Dean Jenkinson coming up in a bit. Yeah. What's your name, sir? Stu. Stu. And what do you do? And if you say poet, I'm walking out of here. You're a pastor. Same thing as a poet, really. Where do you pastor at? You're a reverend or a pastor? I'm a pastor. So you're not ordained? Yeah. Oh, okay. No need to go over blows over the whole thing. Where do you pastor, Stu? Sabetha, Kansas. And you came out to see my jerseys. Is that... What brings you out here? My in-laws. Your in-laws bring you out here? Like you're running from them? Or... Oh, okay. What's your name, sir? Carl. And you from here? Well, yes, I am. Great. What do you do, Carl? A dentist. Wow. Do you like that? Do you like my teeth? Huh? That's the real deal right there. Yeah. Yeah. And so, you like doing that? Is that? Yeah. They say, and I don't want to bring you down here or anything, but the highest suicide rate is being a dentist. I don't want to... Second is teaching, I guess, they say. Oh, the teachers, what? Really? Oh. Doesn't mean you have to. I'm just saying. Those are the stats. So do you have a practice here in town? And a lot of people coming in for the teeth work there? Keeping busy? Well, there's something about the whole dentist thing. Now, you go to the dentist and they, well, come in 6 months. What's that all about? Well, do you have to come in 6 months, or is that just a way to pad the pockets a little? Hello. That's your mortgage. Oh, okay. All right. Great. Well, we are in for you guys are in for a super treat. This guy, I started working with him several years ago, and I was just floored. This guy is so funny, and you guys are going to have a great time. Folks, put your hands together for Winnipeg's own Dean Jenkinson.
Dr. Leland, the dentist. Hey, folks, welcome. It's a thrill for me to be here. This is a rare treat as a Western Canadian stand-up comic to be at a venue like this in front of a crowd such as yourself. Normally, it's not this nice. Do you know what I'm saying? Smoky bars, drunken hecklers late at night, throwing beer bottles and shouting, "You suck." That's what I get to deal with. You know, this is nice. A Christian crowd, the worst you ever get is "You suck, but I forgive you." So that's not much you can do wrong. You know? I am a proud Winnipegger. Where are my proud Winnipeggers? Woo! Nothing. Absolutely. That's the enthusiasm that almost saved the hockey team. Good for us. Oh, dear. What do you tell people when you leave town now about Winnipeg? There's not much to say. Here's what I cling to. Slurpee capital of the world. That's what I say. Per person. Absolutely. We consume more Slurpees than anywhere else on the face of the earth. Is that remarkable? 10 months of the year, cold enough to kill penguins. The other 2, let's eat snow. Thinking. Snow sense. Oh, man. And here's a Winnipeg thing that drives me nuts, because I get to drive around the country and see other places. Only city. Does anybody know where I can find one pizza for delivery? Do you know what I'm asking you? It's all 2 for 1, 3 for 1 packages, promotions, you know. Here's what happens. We want pizza the other night. What do? You pick up the phone, dial any 7 to the same number. Chances are, it's pizza. You know. You got 8 more tries, otherwise 0's not one of the numbers. Don't ask the operator for pizza. She doesn't like that. Don't ask me how I know. So we're on the line with the lady, and you don't have a menu in front of you. You figure, well, we'll make it easy. You know, just a regular pepperoni pizza, a couple cans of Coke. Shouldn't be hard. She can't do it. Oh, no, we don't have one pizza. No, all our pizzas 2 for 1 pizza. Oh, okay. Well, I guess a couple of small pepperoni then. No, we don't have a small size. Our small size is the medium size. That makes no sense, but all right. Couple medium, I guess. And don't forget the Coke. No, we don't have Coke. Our Coke's Pepsi. Send over whatever you'd like. How's that? All right. That's perfect. Half an hour later, the guy's at the door. How much? Ooh, $20. Well, we don't have $20. Our $20 is $10. I think it's good for Americans to come up to Canada, see the fresh air, unarmed populace, country that can have an election in a single day. I think that's a positive thing for any American to witness, Because we're very much alike in many respects, but I think it's little differences, it's subtle differences. I remember watching that Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire show when that was on the Fox network. And to me, with all due respect, that's America in a lot of ways. The glamour, the excess, the promise of being rich and famous. Canada, we value thrift. Good sense. Our show would be Who Wants to Marry a Guy with a whole lot of Club Z points. That'd be our show. And just women lined up down the block for that kind of, Looking sharp in his Zedware, Canadian Tire money in this pocket. He's ready for the world, that guy, I watched all of Survivor. I was absolutely hooked on Survivor. But again, a very American show, and there's no escaping that. Canadian Survivor, what would that look like? It was second day on the island, run out of beer. That'd be the show. That'd be it. The whole show. One castaway from the Maritimes. All right, listen up. You can only fish 18% of the time, and the rest of the time we'll give you a check or something else. Best we can do, I'm sorry. One castaway from Saskatchewan. Look at all the trees. Look at them all. They're crazy. I'm gonna sit down. Oh, I'm gonna lie down for a bit. Castaway from Winnipeg wastes all his time sandbagging. It's the beach. Relax. It's the tide. Comes in, goes out. Don't worry. That's all right. That's all right. Did you have a good summer? Did you get out and do silly things? Did you do something? Because that's the time to do it. I love the summer on the prairies, I'll tell you that. Both days. I go nuts. And I'm not a leader. I will let my friends take me to do things that I wouldn't do by myself. And so we're out fishing. I don't own a rod and reel. I don't know what I'm doing. They set me up. They got the tackle hooked up. I'm out there. I'm game. I'm willing. I'm there at 4:30 in the morning in the boat. Here's what I didn't know. We're not keeping the fish. Do you know people who do that? Sport fishing, catch and release, is that? I didn't know. I catch the first one. To me, huge accomplishment. If you ever see me like this, in a boat, I've caught a fish, folks, Or I'm being held up by the guy in the stern. One or the other, but what's he going to take, really? It's his tackle, So I catch the first one. My buddy fishes it out, and he's got it on the line like 3 seconds. Good for you, Dean. Off the hook, back in the water. And I'm like, why did I come, I'm fairly sure you could dangle a line in the tub and have as many. You catch the fish, you let it go. What's next? We shoot the moose, we give it CPR. Could we do that? Could we? Clear! Again! What's he doing? I don't know. And no offense to anyone here if you catch and release. I don't want to make you mad. I made a guy mad at a show once, I have to believe, because I leave the show, find my tires slashed and repatched. What on earth? That's not right. That's not right. My friends wanted to take me skydiving last year. Anybody tried the skydiving? Nobody? You look like the thrill-seeking group. Can I say that? You look like It's one thing about Christians, We're like, I can't wait till heaven, but I'm going to be very safe until I do. Eternal bliss? Well, I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk that. I'll just stay at home. Oh, man. I chickened out. I'm not passing any judgment. My buddies take me out, and I get the lesson. They show me what to do. They got the pack, and you pull this, and you do that, I guess. And my guy, the guy who packed my parachute, the instructor, he didn't strike me as the brightest bulb on the tree. You know what I'm saying? And he goes to hand me the parachute pack, and the words out of his mouth, he says, hey, this is only the second one I ever packed. Oh my gosh. My buddy leans over. Hey, nothing to worry about, Dean. You got the reserve chute and the instructor. Oh, that was the first. My friend says, don't worry, everybody packing the parachutes. They're trained, right? They've been through a school of some sort, I guess. But, you know, big deal. What's that? A couple of written assignments, maybe? What's the final exam? You pack up a parachute, send somebody out. Ooh. D-. Oh, no. That's bringing my average down. Tells me I can do what's called the tandem jump. Have you heard of that? I get to go with the instructor. I'm in front, he's behind, we're all tethered together. He wears the big parachute, he pulls the cord. Right? I break the fall. My friend's big advice if you get to skydive, he says, free fall from above the clouds. Before opening your chute, fall through the clouds. Very exciting. Yeah, unless you find out it's just a low-lying fog. A little less excited, I think. I'm just not that brave, you know? I'm not that brave. I let my friends take me water skiing last year, first time, and I broke a rib. Is that possible? To break bones on water, of all things? Huh? Is it really? When I wash my hands now, I just turn on the tap really light, because some scary stuff, apparently. Huh? Oh, man. First time water skiing. And a little advice, if you're going for the first time, if there's a drawstring on your shorts, do it up. Huh? Do it. Do it up. Some happy snappers wearing my Speedos at the bottom of Lake Winnipeg. See, I'm hanging onto my shorts right now. Do you see this, huh? Just the memory. Just the memory of it. So second time around, I figure I know what I'm doing. I crank the drawstring. The waist is like this big. I cannot breathe. But they're not coming off. Give the nod, the boat goes. Now you start in the water, right? The feet are out in front. Tips of the skis are out of the water. The theory is the boat picks up speed, and at some point you just rise up out of the water. And at that point, you, my friend, are water skiing. Huh? Till that point, you are just a big idiot being dragged behind a boat. That's all you are. The feet out in front, water rushing up the leg of the shorts. Yeah. The top's very tight. It's not coming out. The back is filling up like a popcorn bag, and I finally stand in the water. I look down. I'm dragging this big used diaper behind me. You know? Go to empty it out, hike it up. One hand, I fall. No big deal. Expect it your first time. But my daredevil buddy driving, he's been at it like 10 years, says he's never seen anybody fall and hook a ski in the tow line and get dragged across the entire lake by one leg. And I'm thinking, if you've been at it that long, that should have been a big hint to maybe stop or something. Far too entertaining for my friend. He floors it, and folks, I've never had an enema, but I'm fairly sure I could describe one in some detail, I'll tell you that. But I'm a proud Canadian. How can you not be? My gosh, huh? Only country in the world where the head of state, guy in charge, would personally take a protester down by the throat. I think that's a lovely feature. That is a beautiful thing to witness. I don't know why, but to me that just says you're safe, huh? Somebody outside the window, Jean will get him, huh? You would never see that in any other country. Any other country in the world, there's some guy in your world leader's face, possibly a threat, maybe a physical danger, we don't know, huh? There'd be a pile of security. They'd drag him away. You wouldn't see him again. Canada, the RCMP. He's got under control. Yeah, he's got under control. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, man. It doesn't matter what Jean Chrétien accomplishes. In my mind, that's the image I will carry with me to my grave, huh? Remember Jean Chrétien? Oh, yeah. That'll be it. It's just burnt into my head. Flag Day? I didn't even know what Flag Day was. I'm not sure I do now, but I remember it was Flag Day. Did anybody know Flag Day? It's just, you know, we have a flag, take the day off. That's it. That's the... I think. I don't know. So Chrétien's giving a little speech because it's Flag Day and you want to say something, you know? I don't know what that would sound like. I wasn't listening to that part. It's just, Canada as a flag. It's a good flag. It's got the leaf in the middle there. For me, I like the leaves. I make a big pile of the crunchy ones in the fall. I jump in there. It's fun to do. It's got the red on the one side and red on the other side. And flip it over, same flag. Take the day off, everybody. So yammering away there. And he's done, huh? And he leaves the podium, and some guy gets right in his face because maybe he doesn't like leaves. I don't know. And just like a bear trap, boom, the hands come together. Pushes till the air stops, drops the guy to the sidewalk, and here's what I love, just keeps going. Huh? Because maybe nobody saw, you know? Maybe I'll get away with it, Gretchen's thinking, huh? Maybe the 1,000 cameras were filming a Rob and it's a lovely spring day, you know? So he's off, and the media says, Mr. Prime Minister, what happened back there? Well, something happened. You see something happen? For me, I did not see a thing happen. Walking towards the car, I know that. That's what I do when it's time to go, I leave. So if there's a man there... What man? I never saw a man. I never said man. What are you talking about? What man? Next day, front page of the paper. Oh, yeah, that man. Yeah, that man. I remember him. He come up to me, say, I have a crick in his neck. And for me, I'm no chiropractor, but I give it a go, you know. Don't want there to be two-tier of healthcare in Canada. One Canadian can afford a chiropractor. Another one cannot, but I don't know my strength. I love the guy, huh? What's new and exciting? I went to the dollar store today. Oh my gosh, I love that, huh? $50, I became the new owner. That's not bad. There's something to fall back on, you know? I went to the lens crafters. I've got new glasses now, and they're not on my face because I need them for, you know, just distances and driving, that kind of thing. First time with the 1 hour service. They got the lab right there in the store, big glass partition, the big sign, watch us make your glasses in 1 hour. They're making them? Well, they're on break. All right. My dad just got new glasses, and I think a few of you can relate. He's at the age, he's got the bifocals now. He's got the line through the middle, and below the line, that's for reading, right? And above the line, that's for distances, right? Because you can't see far or near, right? Exactly. Blind, exactly. Can't see far or near. You're blind, Dad. But, you know, he likes the glasses better than the dog and the cane, so we just play along, you know. It's his life, you know, whatever. So he loves this. You raise the head, you look at the page, boom, words jump right at you. Amazing magnification technology. But the other day he gives me an elbow. He says, hey, now your mom's bosom looks huge. That's my mom, you freak. I don't need to hear that, do I? Enjoy your glasses and shut up. I don't need to... Why would you say that to your son? That's not right, huh? Now Mom wants bifocals? Well, the last song I'll leave you with, and you've been very nice to me, and I thank you very much for your kind and unwarranted laughter. How many of you have been watching the Canada People's History on CBC television? It's like 450 hours of... I think it's nearly 1 for 1. I think every hour of Canadian history is an hour of television. I think it's what they've done. And I don't know who has the time to watch all of that. I know I don't. I have at least 12 hours of pro wrestling to catch up on every week. And so I said, forget it. I can't do it. I can't watch all of it. But here's what I will do. I did some research, and God willing, I will attempt to give you the entire history of the country in 3 minutes or less. Here we go. Come sit, kind listener, and hear my narration of the tale of the creation of our great nation. And though it may be an oversimplification or a generalization, there's no misinformation. It starts with the story of our First Nations, spread across the land, largely in isolation, no continent-wide political organization, farming or hunting, given their situation. And then 1000 A.D., the first Caucasians, the Vikings, as part of their explorations, hit the soil amidst much elation, but they didn't stay long enough for acclimatization. It was 500 years later that we saw the migration of explorers of the European persuasion. Cabot and Cartier added to the equation, crossing the ocean with without high-tech navigation, and folks stayed and traded furs as a vocation. There were voyageur and eventually the formation of the Hudson's Bay and Northwest corporations who eventually merged for monopolization. Missionaries came with the motivation of providing the natives with salvation. 17th century saw increased colonization, and the Filles du Roi increased the population. The Acadians faced many tribulations. The British tried to overwhelm them with immigration. They refused to swear allegiance after some hesitation and were punished when thousands faced deportation. An O'Halley Valley dispute brought aggravation to the already strained British-French relations. 7 Years' War saw increased escalation until General Wolfe won a key altercation on the Plains of Abraham, which led to the proclamation of 1763, whose recommendations were the British target Quebec for assimilation, but the Quebec Act gave the French a measure of liberation. And then one day, without much provocation, the American giant woke from its hibernation. In 1775, we faced an invasion, and the Revolutionary War led to a Loyalist migration. There was the War of 1812, caused by U.S. trepidation, the British-sponsored attacks by the First Nations, the 1837 rebellion born out of discrimination, which resulted in Lord Durham's recommendations, which saw Upper and Lower Canada unification into East and West with equal representation, which led to a politically deadlocked situation and increased political fragmentation. And that and the fear of American annexation were among the forces leading to Confederation. July 1st, 1867 was the creation of the Dominion of Canada, our great nation. And the rest is history. There's been urbanization, the building of the CPR and industrialization, the passing of mountains of legislation, and the ever-present threat of Americanization. Quebec always threatening separation, the staggering rates of income taxation, winters of icy cold desolation with not much to engage in but procreation. But we're a country given much admiration for our caring healthcare socialization, our national beer infatuation, and our all-consuming hockey preoccupation. And though I tell you all this with the realization this tale has been a gross abbreviation, I hope it's at least been for your edification, and it was short, if that's any consolation.
Jenkinson, folks. Wow, that was terrific. Wasn't that terrific, folks? I know. Eh? Wow. That has been another incredible episode of Comedy Street. I'm your host, Leland Klassen, and come see us again.